Cecilia Brækhus, one of the greatest female fighters in the history of this sport.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Tom. This is ridiculous.
And with that, we turn it over to the world-renowned ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Flint, Michigan, she is a three-division, undisputed champion of the world, Claressa Shields. Fighting out of the blue corner, from
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
All I can say, heaven on earth. Heaven on earth.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. That jab got her. Nice straight. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Just see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Brækhus just got caught. It somehow weathered the storm.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Some nice exchanges from both women in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. So much for boxing. This is a fight. That jab doesn't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Cecilia Brækhus seeing stars. Nice counter shot. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. Well, things certainly aren't going her way. She's been on the back foot. She's got to turn the tables.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Great round, wicked round. I like what I'm seeing. You did.
That's her round. So I need you to go back out.
Weren't loading up, but you're still landing your power shots. Good work.
Focus back, get that jab back, and just box.
And there's the bell to start round two. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Willing to slow down. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
You're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Throws the uppercut, but misses. Insane action. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Shields in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen.
Back into the fight.
Got this.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. And Cecilia Break is now on the brink. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
No rest for the weary. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, makes looks.
Switching off.
Here we go to the 4th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
She wasn't ready for that counter. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The jab just got blocked. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop. Good counter punch. And So far, the offense has been better than the defense. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you think you come up, though, Rick.
Nice round.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Perfect counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst. Boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Will say no mas. You don't want to trade shots. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that in?
I need to switch back on.
Let's start the 6th. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This fight has a real good flow to it. You'd like to see more jabs. Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Shields in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent.
Get back out there and switch on.
And there's the bell for round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Those counter punches have to hurt. She scores with that counter. Good counter punch. Shot lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I sit.
Forget that one.
Round 8, and we're off again. She's coming off a fantastic last round. Let's see what she's going to do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
She can't find a home for that jab. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. This is not where Cecilia Breakus wants to be. How is this fight still continuing?
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Massive right hand scores. It's all offense all the time. That counter shot. We're looking really close at this cut. Will the fight continue? And it looks like this fight will continue. Let's talk about Breakus in that last round. Well, the cut man's got some work to do in this corner.
Cornerman, get your job done, do it right.
Switch back on. Get focused.
Now relax. Relax. Now I don't want you to load up.
Get back out there and win the round.
You'll take her out. She's ready to go. She's smashed, man. She's hurt.
Win this round. So get your mind back.
And we enter the ninth. What a round we just saw. Let's see what we've got in store for us here.
How much energy did they use? How hard and how tough and how much they had to dig deep. This is just ridiculous. I don't know what to expect. I'm tired just watching it.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Some fighters, they think, you know what?
Not sure how serious that cut is, but the referee's going to take a good look at it.
You're taking too much to fight each other.
And he will stop it. TKO winner. A mercy stoppage there from the referee.
Too early, too early. Should have let him get stuck in with it.
Well, Johnny, complete and total domination, a stoppage victory. How do you rate the performance?
A TKO, we've got to see it again. Because TKOs, they finish the story too early. It's like being kicked out of a club before the night's done. We want to get a full-blooded who won and who lost.